here to speak about Krishna Gokhale and his political ideas. Krishna Gokhale was born in 1866. He was a moderate and liberal political thinker and social reformer during the Indian independence movement. He was a professor of history and political economy at Fergusson College, Pune. Later, he resigned his job to enter into active politics. He was a senior member of the Indian National Congress and later elected as its president. He was named as the protege son of Mahadev Govinda Ranade because he was greatly influenced by the social activities of Ranades. He was an admirer of the modern education. He advocated for constitutional methods of education against the British government. He founded the Servants of India Society in 1905 and he campaigned for India's self-rule. And he favored the legislations for social reforms. His policy was persuasion rather than confrontation with the British. His social and economic ideas constitute part of his political thinking. He was a liberal thinker but was against the classical view of laissez-faire economy, and he advocated for the positive role of state in developing and modernizing the society. His major socio-economic ideas are: the first one, decentralization of power. He advocated for the decentralization of power in India, and he suggested for the creation of panchayat at the village level and local boards and district control. The second one is Indian finance. He concluded that the growth in Indian expenditure is greater than growth in its revenue, and he advocated for a balanced budget. Balanced budget means when public expenditure is exactly equal to public revenue. And he was of the opinion that it was not used to have surplus budget. And he also argued for equitable distribution of tax revenue between central and provincial government and local bodies. The next one is land revenue system. He suggested that in Royalty areas where the cultivators paid directly to the government, the revenue should be more than 20% of the gross produce. The land revenue, excise and revenue from forests must be given to the provinces, and the opium, salt, customs, post, telegraph, etc. should be given to the imperial governments. The next one is public expenditure. He was against the large increase in public expenditure, and he suggested for certain measures to prevent the excessive growth in expenditure. The first one is expenditure should be incurred with the spirit of economy. The second one is the expenditure should not be allowed to exceed the revenue, except the cases of wars and famine. And the third one is military expenditure should be cut down. And the next one is more number of Indians should be employed in the public services, and the last one is audit system should be made independent. So these are the measures suggested by Gokhale in order to prevent the excessive increase in expenditure. So his next socio-economic idea is education. He was the first Indian to describe mass education as a prerequisite of economic development. So he was of the opinion that education of the mass led to economic development. Not education of a few, but mass education led to economic development. It is a prerequisite of economic development. And without mass literacy, India could not develop. And he introduced elementary education bill in the Imperial Legislative Council in 1911. The last one is international trade. He criticized the free trade policy, and he argued for the protectionist trade policy for the growth of the economy. He suggested for the development of industries, protectionism is an absolute necessity. So these are the major socio-economic ideas of Krishna Gokhale. Hope you understand. Thank you.